And welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed those lovely and beautiful duct tapes from times gone by. Oh, it's been a while. Been a while since we've had a new one, but I'm sure we'll have one soon. Soon, TM, Bobby. Soon, TM, as we are going to be continuing the broadcast tonight. We are halfway through OSC, the mid-season playoffs, at least for this broadcast. For this day, we have 3 matches remaining, and our next one up is going to be BabyMarine versus Firefly. And this, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. So what's exciting about this, one, I haven't casted BabyMarine in like a month or two. It's been a while. We did cast BabyMarine in the World Team League qualifiers. That was like 2 months ago. He played in the qualifiers for Team Roddy, as I did try to make it into Code A and try to make it into Code S. And every now and then we did cast BabyMarine in OSC King of the Hill, but he hasn't been the most active player recently. Like, he hasn't been making as many appearances, so I don't really know what kind of form he's in, and I'm excited to, you know, like, he's an up-and-coming player. There's a lot of young talent in Europe, and BabyMarine is definitely one of them, alongside Cuckoo, alongside Night Phoenix, alongside Eba, for example. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see kind of where he's at and how he compares to a camel, because his opponent is one of the best. I can't believe my eyes. I'm seeing Fireflies. Firefly has been on fire recently. His entire team, if you have been missing out on the World Team League broadcasts, Starving Camels, aka SSLT, they have been popping off. They are in the upper echelons of the Team League. They've been taking down Shopify Rebellion. They've been taking down Psystorm Gaming. Actually, can't remember if they did. I think they did. But they've taken down a lot of these big teams, despite being the underdogs, despite coming in and having lesser known players like Silky, Firefly, Cyan, a lot of the Tudming, a lot of these guys, they're, you know, kind of in the middle of the pack, even in China, even in their own region. But they've been doing so well for themselves, and even in individual leagues, Firefly he's been getting some really big names. He's been taking down Hero, he's been taking down Classic. In PvPs, Firefly is terrifying. But what about against Terran? That's the thing. Like, again, I always love it when these differing regions collide, you know, like Southeast Asia versus Europe, or Korea versus NA, and EU versus NA. Like, it's always fun to see the different dynamics that take place when these different, like, metas do collide. So I'm ready for it. I am ready. And game 1 is going to be taking place on Gressvan. Oh, let's go, Poppy. Let's go. Tentatively, I will say, coming into this, our Chinese Protoss is going to be the favorite, but we'll see what kind of form the Italian Terran is in, because in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Terran player representing Team Roddy. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Chinese Protoss player representing Team SSLT, the Starving Camel himself. It is Firefly. Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. Our TvPs are upon us. We do have 2 of them back to back. Oh boy. And yeah, again, I'm really curious to see how BabyMarine is going to be approaching this. I do know, especially amongst the Korean Terrans, Rax Expands have become very popular and very meta in TvP, but I know that isn't the case for everyone. You know, we have seen some double get, and there we go. Especially amongst the Europeans, we do see a fondness for these double gas openers, and there we go. BabyMarine is going to be going for something a little bit more aggressive. With this, we can get into a faster factory. We can get into just faster units in general, whether it's Reapers and Hellions, whether it's going into a Hellion drop or even a Widowmine drop. We could even go for a committed Widowmine drop and throw down an armory as well. So we have plenty of options, plenty of possibilities here for BabyMarine. We'll see what he goes for. As across the map, Firefly is just going for a gate expand, nothing too crazy. Just a very economic opener here from our Chinese Protoss. Just going to be walling off that Reaper cliff and going for the Probe Scout across the map. Meanwhile, BabyMarine is going to be walling off on his one base, is going to be working on his factory, and keeping Firefly in the dark. Now, the added benefit of this is that for all Firefly knows, it was a Rax Expand. there's only one gas, and there's a CC on the high ground, just hidden a little bit further behind. So again, Firefly is just not really aware of what he's up against. He's going to be in the dark for a little bit. He's going to try and hide this probe. Ideally, keep this probe hidden. Oh my, never mind. I was going to say, ideally, keep this probe hidden from the Reaper so we can come back in for a follow-up scout. But no, Firefly, he woke up today and he chose violence as he's going for a proxy pylon across the map instead. And he is keeping that probe with it as well. Okay, an interesting choice. So, an interesting proxy location as well. Typically when we have a proxy Stargate, it's here, you know, outside the main base, so we can rush into the main as quickly as possible. We are going for a proxy gateway instead. Interesting. So with this, Firefly can kind of get a bit of an edge here in the overall unit counts. As he is going to try and go for that follow-up scout, but the Reaper did stay at home. The probe is going to get shut down. But with this, you can kind of hit with an abundance of gateway units early on and overwhelm BabyMarine when he tries to expand and take his natural. But for the time being, he is staying on his one base. He's going for a 1-1-1 opener and is going for a Widowmine drop. Should be having around 3 Widowmines with this drop. He could even go with some Marines as well if he so chose to. We'll see how he does bring it all together. Meanwhile, the Reaper is zooming across the map, will come across these adepts, and is going to get shut down. Oh, never mind. Will barely escape. So nice moves here out of BabyMarine. Is able to avoid the initial depths. Is going to jump into the main base. And can he grenade his way in? The answer is no. Does try to, but isn't able to pull it off. And the Reaper will get shut down. Very limited information here. Does spot the Robo at least, but only the Robo. Well, as here we go. The adepts are zooming across the map to try to punish the CC that hasn't landed yet. Here we go. They do commit to the shade. There are enough adepts to go toe-to-toe with all these Marines, and they do get in. The wall's on a wall. Oh, no. The boys have to be pulled. The adepts commit to the shade, and eventually these adepts are going to go down, but they are trading so well against these SCVs. Oh, aye. And the Marines are falling as well. At the same time, we do have a mine drop across the map, but we have got eyes on this. We do pull the boys away. One probe goes down, GG gets called, and Firefly takes game number 1. Ooh, GG. Firefly, the most that he was hoping for with that opener, by the way, I'm sure was just to kill workers at the natural and, like, delay the CC. Little did he know that the depot would be down because the Marines were on top of them at the time, and the adepts, they just go straight into the main. GG, well played. Firefly will take game number 1. An unfortunate turn of events for BabyMarine. GG. But now we're getting into game number 2, and BabyMarine, he'll have the opportunity to bounce back in this series. I want to believe. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the Italian Terran player representing Team Roddy. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have his opponent. We have the starving camel himself, the Chinese Protoss player representing Team SSLD. It is Firefly. I can't believe my eyes, is what he said when the depot was down. A fortunate turn of events for Firefly. He was able to take advantage of that situation and just escalate and snowball out of control. Meanwhile, BabyMarine wasn't really able to get into the game and really show off his skills. Like, the game ended a little bit too quickly, a little bit too abruptly. But I know that he has plenty more to show off, as once again he's going for a double gas opener. So again, with this, we get a faster factory, we can get into a faster 1-1-1, into something like a mine drop that we were seeing last game, or we could see something different. We can go into something like a Reaper drop, or something along those lines. For the time being, though, the wall is not a wall, so Firefly is going to be able to dip into the main base and confirm this. As he's just being as annoying as possible, tasing away at this SCV. These like early game probes from Protoss, they're such a menace in TvP. We do end up scouting and we do confirm the gas count here. Oh, he wants it! No! Oh god. The probe does get a kill on that SCV. Does confirm the gas is already a good start for Firefly. Aye, aye, aye. I'm telling you, these probes, they're disgusting. He's gonna want that one as well. Yeah, he wants it. He wants the weekend SCV, Poppy. Oh, yes, be careful not to get surrounded, and the Reaper comes out. Probe will get cleaned up. And BabyMarine has regained control of his main base, thankfully. Behind this, we're getting into our 1-1 setup. We should be getting into our CC as well in the high ground momentarily. Back at home, gate expands from Firefly. There is that CC. This time, it's important to note that Firefly did lose his scouting probe, so he doesn't have the opportunity to go for a proxy like he did last game. And as a result, his tech is at home. It is going to be a much more standard Twilight Council opener from our Protoss. Meanwhile, just like last game, we are setting up for a medevac drop. A medevac drop? What? A Widowmine drop. A Widowmine drop. As we should have 3 Widowmines by the time the starport does, or the first medevac does come out. Should have plenty to work with. Meanwhile, the Reaper does check the wall and did see the Twilight Council. He is aware of what he's up against. Oh, he's gonna try and grenade over it. Nope. Doesn't quite pull it off in the end. It can be really tricky to pull it off. And it can only work on certain kind of walls. There we go, the Widow Mines are on the way, the medevac as well, back at home. How many gates are we working with? We've got 1 in the main, we've got 1 in the natural. So just a 2-gate opener for the time being. We can go up to 3 or even 4 gateways, or we can just go for a 3rd Nexus instead. Firefly, he's got some options. With the Robo though, I imagine we're going to commit to some more aggression. Meanwhile, here we go. First drop is going to be zooming across the map, and as I say more aggression, oh, that is a lot more actually. Oh my god. This is not 4-gate blink, Papi. This is 6-gate blink. We're going for a 2-base all in. There is no 3rd base in sight. Blink Stalkers is all that Firefly needs, but before we can get that far, BabyMarine is going to be rolling on in, and it's so crucial for BabyMarine to get into the main base and seal these gateways. The drop is slipping in towards the natural, and he'll be able to unload. Do you have a reaction out of Firefly? He does pull. Oh god, no! Ooh, does pull away in time. You do get a drop into the main base as well. And oh, the retargeting! Oh! Ooh. 8 probes, an insane amount of damage done here in the main base. Firefly a little bit too slow to pull away. On top of that, the gateways have been spotted. BabyMarine, he sees everything there is to see. 4 gateways in the main, on top of the additional 2 gateways from the early game as well. 6 gates, he knows, but can he defend? He's got a bunker on the low ground, he's got a tank on the low ground. Because it's 6 gateways, I feel like we need a bunker on the high ground as well. Like, we need to take this very seriously. Like, I know we dealt a blow to the economy, and I know that Firefly, he doesn't have the best resources to commit to all these warp-ins, but oh boy, I am concerned. The tank will siege, but the Stalkers are already here. The tank is going to go down. There was no bunker in the main base. Stim is not done. The blinks are looking pretty good. 1 Stalker will go down. The Marines are going to try to chase us out. And it looks like they will. Good target firing. Oh my god, 3 Stalkers go down. Firefly losing a little bit too much. 4 Stalkers in total for a handful of Marines on a tank. Oh, we went for the add-on swap? I don't know how I feel about that. That means no more tanks are in production. And I think that may have been a mistake. Stalkers are getting out of control. Every single Marine goes down, and the Marauders, GG gets called, and Firefly takes game number 2 and the series. Oh, GG. Ah, it was a good start for BabyMarine. You know, he dealt economic damage. He scattered the all-in. His reaction to the all-in was not ideal, though. Didn't quite have enough to defend. Wasn't quite as prepared for it, unfortunately. And Firefly, he takes it 2-0. GG, well played. Oh. Firefly does advance on, and I believe this also means that BabyMarine has been eliminated from the tournament. Again, ever since Dark Series, the last series, these are all elimination matches, so Mindo VK has been eliminated, BabyMarine as well.